Hey, who's that guy?
Some swimmer.
I train at a Pokemon gym, too. Don't think you're going to win easily. I get electrocuted and buried in boulders all day long. It's a really bad idea. There's a reason it's a Pokemon gym. Here on the D-Pad Remake.
And I'm Peter.
And that is Swimmer Oscar.
Swimmer Oscar, I think, probably goes to a water Pokemon gym, so it's probably basically just swimming.
It's probably just, swimming. Big Olympic-sized pool.
And hanging out with Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then having them spray water around a lot.
Yeah, which is like, it's like, hey, man, Oscar, you do you. Something about that feels a little bit off, but yeah, man, it's cool. It doesn't help that so many water Pokemon, like, spit water they generated internally.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit weirder for them to be, like, kind of gallivanting around in this internally generated water.
It's entirely possible in a world of Pokemon that the origin story for why there is an ocean at all is some legendary Pokemon spitting up water.
Yeah, Kyogre just had a real bad day.
Yeah, so like the fact that there's water at all, it's probably all Pokemon spit.
Yeah.
On this planet. In the world of Pokemon.
That was so salty.
Because there's literal god Pokemon that literally created space and time and quantum dimension or whatever. Darkness, negative verse.
Anti-life equation.
And they're literal.
Yeah, they literally exist, and they literally did the things that they were legendarily alleged to have done.
Yeah, and you can catch them in a Pokeball.
Yeah, which, boy, that seems fucked up in a lot of ways.
Yep.
Boom. Yeah, definitely very, very weird. Level 60. Fuck yeah, Lucky.
Nice.
All right, I think I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center just 'cause I'm a little low on Master Wake. No Crasher Wake. I'm so sorry to have failed you. Crasher Wake.
Yeah. You already faced him,
I was
right?
going to say, is he in this game, or am I... Yeah, he was number 4. Okay. I couldn't remember if he was this game or if he was a different game, and this is like, oh, it's another trainer that went to another region, and then...
Look at all those tarnished badges.
I know. I wish you could polish them in non-touch mode.
Nope, you got to actually polish your screen.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's so annoying. I'd love to make it look better. It looks like I fucking recovered them from a shipwreck.
I wish that Switch had native support for putting video out from handheld mode.
Yeah,
so
that
you could
really
be playing
bums me
handheld,
out.
but have the screen, but have the TV showing the screen / record the.
There are games
screen.
that we literally can't play because you have to do touch screen controls. We did Vose, and I had to set up. It was just a thing I did for my birthday years ago, and I had to just set up. Holy shit! I had to set up a camera over my shoulder, looking down, because it's a game you can only play in handheld mode. It's a rhythm game, and it was a really cool one, and you can't play it on your TV. And it's like, oh well.
And that makes for a very awkward recording setup. That makes the game play more difficult.
It really does, because you're kind of like leaning a little bit and like trying to cheat to the camera. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do this at an angle. It's totally fine.
Yeah. While you're heading back to the Pokemon Center,
yes.
Do you have, what's your cash situation and your item stock?
Oh my god. That's a probably good call too. I should replenish some of that. I should take a look.
Because you're coming into the worst slog.
I sure am.
I mean, there's one more Pokemon Center before the actual...
Yeah, the very top. But Victory Road is no slouch, and it really sucks to have to go back and begin it again.
Yeah. Well, honestly, even this Victory Road, like, there's a bit of a level jump coming.
Yeah.
But
part of the reason I'm not avoiding battles here.
But the real killer is how much of a level jump it is to the Elite Four.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
I'm not going to... Wow, really? I'm not going to go like...
sandbar.
What I mean is, I'm not like going to sit here and grind up to level 80 or something, but...
No, that'd be ridiculous.
I'm kind of feeling like I want to be pretty close to level 70 for the Elite Four, like, to start them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, what is Cynthia cap at 74?
I wouldn't be surprised. We usually don't even look it up, to be honest, but, like... Usually it's one thing to be able to kind of gauge based off of the trainers nearby to at least get a vague idea.
Yeah, but you don't get any hints, and I feel like in every... Oh, it's not that high. Okay.
I say usually for the first time against an Elite Four and champion, they tend to be upper 60s to like 70, maybe just poking over 70.
Oh man.
Because I know that I think in the originals you actually had 2 levels of rematch somehow, and I know that the last one she gets up to 88.
Okay, so this one's not. It's not as high as I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
But you.
It wouldn't hurt to have my team up to basically level 70 before starting the Elite Four. You really don't gain as many levels from 5 high-level trainers as you would kind of expect. Shit, why did I not? I didn't check my items. I literally just hopped right back in the water. Let's turn around. Or hell, well, the odds of me not needing anything is extremely low, so I really should. I was like, oh, I'll just go into my menu here. It's okay. We need the experience. I'm going to get much more in Victory Road, but it doesn't hurt now when it's automatic like this.
Yeah. I think it's not out of the... to do in a Nuzlocke to look up the level of the highest Pokemon for a trainer.
Yeah.
Maybe keep the Pokemon list a secret,
but
know that number.
Yeah.
Just because one of the rules that some people play with is having that be your level cap.
Yes, yeah. John and I have never used the level cap. I know Jeff and Dave were doing that for theirs.
Making best efforts to sort of just play the same amount.
Yeah.
Is, I think, reasonable.
Yeah, I would say so. Like if I were just blindly guessing on this, my assumption would be like, if on the slightly more nervous side, I would imagine that her Garchomp was like level 72 or something, and that would be what I'd probably strategize around as like a base point of like, okay, let's assume it's there. Could be a little higher, not gonna be much higher than that if it even is.
No, and it is in fact lower than that.
Yeah. So like that's why I was like, all right, at 70, I feel pretty safe getting in there and getting stuff done. I probably don't need. Literally, I think Victory Road is the only other place I can catch anything for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, you have 25 Ultra Balls.
Yeah.
The likelihood of you missing 25 turns in a row and thus missing out on your catch is not impossible, but slim. And after 25 Ultra Balls, your Timer Ball is better.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, it's
for
you
sure
have a far better move. Buy a bunch of max potions.
Yep.
Like literally, once I'm done looking at other shit, I almost want to just empty my bag of money for those.
How is your
fuller stores too?
How is your Moo Moo Milk stock?
That's a good question. I will check on that also.
That's a flight to a different store, but
yes,
it's
that is
most money-efficient healing for out of combat.
Yes. 10 full restores, and enough of these that I'm unlikely to really, and I have 7 full heals also. The odds of me burning through all of these for a given thing,
what do you
and
have only
full
one
heals,
Awakening?
No, I have more than one of all of these. What was the? One was Revive, which I can't even use anyway.
So that's just a thing to sell.
I have some escape ropes. I have repels that I'm probably not going to use. I think I have a decent amount of Moo Moo Milk still kicking around. Yeah, I got 30 Moo Moo Milks.
Great.
So I'm good on that. I do have stuff that I could sell and just get more max potions. And I guess hypothetically, if I wanted to be the biggest asshole on planet Earth...
You get X items?
I do have some, I think. Those are also really good.
If you get yourself in a position where you can set up...
Yeah. Well, honestly, think about it this way. If I wanted to be a giant dick, if there's a Pokemon that I'm really nervous about, almost all of them, I can just throw George Dude out, max potion, max potion, max potion, max potion, and just watch their PP vanish. It's not the nicest move. It's not even like it's a super dangerous one. The odds of that going wrong are actually really low.
Right.
The biggest issue is, like, money.
Right. That's expensive, but that's definitely a surefire strategy.
Yeah.
The only thing is that that's a lot of PP to burn.
It is. But granted, I've also got an awful lot of money to play with right now, too. I to be clear, I'm not planning on that. That's like, we're in big trouble now.
Right.
Then it's like, okay, put out George Dude, heal him immediately, and just keep healing him to try to burn down at least the better moves of some of the Pokemon. Or it's like, oh no, here's the water Pokemon.
The moves that they're only going to have 5 PP of anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So long as they don't hit multiple times, which very, very few moves hit for enough damage to matter and do multiple hits.
Right.
The other thing I'd want to worry about is status effects. And again, the number of those is higher, but it's not likely. Like, the odds of getting hit super hard with something that will then do fire or poison damage and kill George Dude, who is resistant to both fire and poison.
Yep.
Very low. Very, 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 very low. I could do with going to... Maybe, you know what? I'm going to wait on the rest of my stuff until we get to the Pokemon League.
Center.
Because then I can fly to and from.
Yep.
Pokemon League might also have some of those things in stock, which is kind of nice.
True. I think there's a mart there, so it should have all of the things, all of the best things. It's not a mall, but it's a mart.
We'll also have more money to burn at that point, too, because we will be getting money off of the trainers we fight.
Yes.
Elite Four time always makes me so nervous, which it should, especially here.
This game especially.
I was going to say, I've heard horror stories for, 15 years now about how bad Cynthia is, and I know that she is. This is not me going like, she ain't that bad. Like,
no, she's bad.
Yeah, no, my understanding is she is... the Pokemon
She plays
Reddit,
well.
Yeah, the Pokemon subreddit recently, like a year ago, did one of those like elimination games of the hardest... of like the best champions.
Yeah.
And Cynthia, I think, won the whole thing because she's just an excellent trainer.
Yeah. And she's got a good team comp. She plays well.
Yeah. One of the few that visibly has earned it. Yeah.
She knows how to like chain up combos. Just like the move move composition that's available for like there's one Pokemon that you have to like get rid of quick because if it gets 2 turns of setup.
Oh, I'm sure there's at least one Pokemon with Belly Drum in there. Because why would she not have something that just gets brutal instantly? Or, maybe there's a dude that's got Swords Dance and it's just like, shing, 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 let's go, buddy. Like, let's...
Let's see if this article has her team in it.
Well, because I think...
the moves on her team.
Yeah. Well, because
I gotta go to the source.
I should probably... One of the things that I'm thinking
database.
about is I might want to throw a spin move on one of my dudes. Because Stealth Rock can be really, really big of a problem if I don't have it, especially against George Dude, who then his Sturdy becomes pointless if Stealth Rock comes out against him.
Right.
So I want to make sure that I've got a good defense against that as well. Same thing for Spikes and Toxic Spikes. Like, those can both become really big issues if I'm not careful.
Yeah, if you don't have a spin move.
Yes. Quagsire. Oh, shit. Whoops. Well, didn't mean to not switch. Because I cannot do anything with those. So, yeah, we're going to switch to Delmar.
No effect.
This should be fine. I don't think Delmar is in any significant danger here. I sure hope not. Delmar's been, like, arguably my ace for the last couple rounds worth of stuff here. Rain Dance. Okay, that's fine. The setup is fine, because I should be able to just hit you fast enough for it to not matter. Alright. Bang. Nice. Gotta be very careful not to fall in the same trap John did of just hitting A through everything.
Yeah.
Now more than ever, I cannot afford to be losing dudes. Pelipper. Okay, we're just gonna go back to... We're gonna go back to Lucky then. Come on, come back, Delmar. You did great out there. Yeah, buddy. Alright. Oh, I should have done Volt Switch. I don't need to do a full Thunderbolt here. This guy's going down big time. Man. Just the tension is just like is heavy on my heart.
Yep. We're not even there yet.
No, we're not even at Victory Road yet, let alone the Elite Four. Like, it's funny too, because like I've won the padlock at this point, The issue is more just like, man, I just don't want to get fucking swept by Cynthia.
Right.
And I know the odds are real of that actually happening.
Well, because then there'd be a big old asterisk on that win.
Yeah, in the
if John
sense of,
manages to get not swept.
Yeah, because like the last time I actually got a team fully swept was back during Pokemon X, and I lost that padlock in general anyway, so it didn't even matter. I would like to not have any sweeps happen. I'm curious if John will survive as well, because he is much less patient than I am with this.
Yeah.
Granted, he also has a habit of surrounding himself with just gigantic Pokemon all the time. He seems to always wind up with the biggest tanks. And
yep.
It always makes me just kind of like, oh, so he's just going to kind of just take the hits and keep moving. Oh, man. But we'll see. I think I've got a pretty diverse team. There are some points that are weaker than others, but I think we've got a pretty well-balanced group to work with. I don't have much in the way of major weaknesses across the team. Wingull. No, we'll just stick with this. Ugh, man. But that's the worst part, is just like just thinking through all the possibilities, being like, all right, what if this? What if this? What if this?
Right.
The good news is, like with Garchomp, for example, even if I didn't have an ice thing, which I do, well, yes and no. Garchomp could actually kill my starter probably in one hit, which is not great. And Garchomp is fast, which is the other big problem. So I do want to put ice on somebody. Honestly, I may want to put Ice Beam on Delmar if he can learn it, because he is pretty fucking speedy.
Yeah, he is a pretty fast boy, isn't he?
Yeah. And there's almost... Like, Garchomp probably has Crunch or something, but it's going to be off-type. It's a strong Pokemon, but, like, I may be able to survive that. It'll be kind of close. But I really got to look at, like, stats. I got to look at all of this stuff and kind of figure it out. But all of these levels will help. Because if nothing else, the less grinding I have to do in Victory Road, the better. Because Victory Road can be a dangerous place to grind anyway.
Yes.
But why don't we get back into the strategy for this next time, and I'll fight that dude in the swimming cap. He's looking at rocks and shit. What's he all about? Oh, God, he heard me. Bye.